Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look at the Highland Park 15-year-old, 43% ABV. I have an older bottling here of HP 15. This one, I believe, was a 2007 or 2008 bottling. So it's not the current version, or should I say the most recent version, because Highland Park 15, at least as it sits here in 2020, has been discontinued, but the more recent version of the HP is a very similar ABV, but it comes in a different bottle, kind of more traditional of what the style is they currently are going with now. This, again, is an older version of the whiskey, so I always like to grab the best version of a bottle I can to bring it to you guys as far as a review. So let me tell you a little bit more about Highland Park. It is an island distillery, island of Orkney. I think it's one of the biggest islands off the coast of Scotland. Known for their kind of heather honey and their balanced single malt Scotch whiskeys that do a little bit of smoke, a little bit of sweet honey, and do a few things right to bring balance to a whiskey. So we're going to check out and see what we think of this HP 15. Take a look at the color here on this HP 15. Nice and dark on this one. I believe it is natural color. Again, only 43% ABV, but I tell you what, for being natural color and 43% ABV, this is an incredibly dark whiskey. So obviously a good amount of sherry casks have been used, and I'm sure some ex-American bourbon casks as well. So on the nose, let's see what we're picking up. Really sweet. I'm no stranger to the 18-year-old, and of course I have multiple bottles of the 25, and I've brought you guys the 21 as well. But this one here, this old version of the 15, it's really sweet comparatively. Like, not quite as sweet as the 25, but at least as sweet as the 21, and definitely sweeter than the 18. At least this version. But you know, that nice smoke is just intermingled in there, extremely nice. Honey, of course, that's Highland Park. And vanilla. You know, nothing that's going to blow you away as far as the types of aromas you'd be picking up, but they're done really, really nicely in this old 15. To me, this has more balance than the 18. It has quite a bit more heft to it than the 12. Not in terms of ABV, just in terms of flavors and how they drive the experience. Almost an oily texture to the nose as well. I have a few older HP 25s, and every one that I have that's older, like the most recent versions are the 45.7s, but then they made a 48.1, and then I have one from, I believe, 2004 that's a cask strength. It's around 50, 51% ABV. As you go back, they seem to have a stronger sherry smell to them. I don't know if they put in as much as far as the percentages of casks as they did before, but at least these older casks, these older bottlings, the sherry casks they used to seem to be more predominant as far as the smell. You know, I pick up a lot more balance in today's 15, 18, 25 than I do with the old ones. The old ones feel far more sherry forward. At least on the nose. Let's see what we're getting on the palate. Not as much sherry on the palate as on the nose. Far more balance on the palate. When you're getting honey, you're getting smoke. You get almost like a grapefruit note as well with this old one. That's actually pretty nice. I always got like a definitely orange on the 18, but this almost feels like a more refined version of fruit for Highland Park compared to the current 18-year-olds. And then that nice vanilla. It's very dense vanilla, rich, dense vanilla to go along with that rich sherry note. They kind of just go hand in hand with this 15-year-old right here. Oily on the palate, just like that smell in the nose. So that's replicated on the palate, which is nice. And I would say just overall, just a solid, sherried, smoky dram. I mean, very light on the smoke. It's sweet. It's got enough smoke. It's still drying on the linger, which, you know, that's what one of the things Highland Park is known for. Just an excellent whiskey, really. Put a couple drops in water, see if I'm picking up anything else. Now with water, actually in the nose, take a few steps forward. 43%, I don't like to add a lot of water, but I put in a couple drops. Yeah, there's definitely more fruits with a couple drops of water. again, before I was saying on the palate grapefruit, this is more lime mixed in with a little bit of pineapple. Like maybe smoked pineapple on the grill. Maybe just like a light cherry. Maybe even like a banana peel. Oh, here I'm going to go and say whiskeys were better before. Well, at least this 15-year-old Highland Park was, I'll tell you that. The most current version, which again was discontinued, was good. I mean, I liked it. I like the 18. But this one's really nice. Now with a couple drops of water and time to open up, it's becoming more candied. Wow. Sugar-covered date. There's that grapefruit. Honey. One more sip. Tell you what, there's nothing wrong with this whiskey. You could do a lot worse. As far as the whiskey score, I mean, I give it an 88 out of 100, I'd say. It's solid, it does nothing wrong. A couple of things are really, really nice about it. Really nice fruit notes. That vanilla, that rich sherry, very rich. You can tell some good casks were used in this bottle of whiskey for sure. I believe it was a 2007 bottling of Highland Park 15. Just so if anyone knows for sure, I try to look for a date on it, but if anyone knows for sure, I'm gonna give you a better little view of the bottle. And if you can give me any indication, that would be appreciated. I just try to match up labels the best I could, so I thought that 2007 looked dead on what this bottle is here, but I could be wrong. I got it on an auction site, so it didn't come with pretty much any information on it aside from the bottle here, not even the box. So anyway, very enjoyable bottle. I would like to pick up another one if I possibly could. 88 out of 100 is a very, very good score, especially for a 43% 15-year-old whiskey. It really does a lot. If you can find these on secondary auction sites, get them at a reasonable price. You know, I think I paid $120 for this or something like that. I'd definitely go for it. It's solid whiskey. 88 out of 100. Thank you for joining. Until next time, happy drinking.